Welcome back, everybody, as we join Game 2 of the NCS in-the-season tournament in McAllister Park, San Antonio, Texas, where the Texas Angels 16U program advances to the single elimination tournament of the round 2 bracket. Today they face the SAMarrucci 16U San Antonio team, as SAMarrucci just eliminated a team to get on and play a doubleheader against Texas Angels. Umpires calling coaches to home plate in the official exchange of lineups as we get ready to start Game 2 NCS in the season tournament in San Antonio, Texas, in McAllister Park, right next to the San Antonio Airport. In the official exchange of lineups and the official exchange of home and away positions. Coach Lee's on one, coaching staff for the South Texas Angels 16U program under the direction of Coach De La Garza, under the state umbrella of the Texas Angels program. The 16U SAMarrucci San Antonio team on their third win of the day to be able to advance to this level and play the South Texas Angels 16U. Coaches shake hands, exchange lineups. This is single elimination play for the end of the season. Single elimination play for the end of the season tournament for the NCS tournament, and the Texas Angels take the field first. As they prep their pitcher. Pitching for the South Texas Angels, they have Peter, number 10, 16U. Will be a starting sophomore for the 2026 baseball season. As we get ready to begin Texas Angels taking the mound in support of their pitcher as we begin the very first inning of NCS tournament play. And batter walks into batter's box, pitcher and windup, the very first pitch of the game, and takes a high ball. in the batter's box. A low inside ball, about ball 2 for San Antonio Marrucci, 16 program. And we got a shot out to right field as the right fielder calls the ball, and they take first out of the game. We have Alejandro behind the plate catching out of Laredo, playing with South Texas Angels. He will be a freshman in the Laredo Nixon program, 2026. Pitcher in windup, 2026 year. He takes one strike for a right-handed batter for Marrucci. Second pitch of the game, or second pitch of the batter, takes a ball for a count of 1-1. Pitcher in the windup, takes a foul ball, bring our count to 1-2. Got a 1-2 count for our batter in the batter's box. Pitcher in the windup. Takes a ball high and outside. A shot straight up second base line for a single. A shot straight down the middle pipe towards center field for a single for him, and puts us with one runner on. Batter approaching the batter's box for Marrucci. Pitcher in the windup for a strike. Runner on first for Marrucci, top of the first. Peter in the windup. Takes a shot again straight to center field. Drops. And referee calls runner at second base safe as the ball was caught and thrown to second. So we've got runners on first and second for 16U Marrucci. And take a slight pause in the game as Marrucci decides to make a change and pitch run first base runner. And we continue ball game. Number 27 batter into the batter's box as the pitcher takes his wind, and ground ball down to second with one out as the ball's caught off second base and thrown to our first baseman for one out. Brings our runners to second and third with one out, with two outs rather. Batter in batting box, right-hand batter, and takes a ball high and outside. Pitcher in the windup, and swing for a foul. Count 1-1. Runners on second and third for San Antonio Marrucci 16U program. And batter takes second strike, standing up. We got a count of 1-2. And takes a changeup high and right for ball 2. Runners second and third. Seems like Peter's working that top right corner with this batter. Takes the ball 3 for a full count now. At beautiful McAllister Park, we're right next to San Antonio Airport, where you hear the airplanes coming in and out. Batter takes a swing for a foul ball. Pitching count stays the same, 3-2. And batter back into the batter's box. Pitcher in the windup for third continuous foul ball. Pitcher's got a full count. Batter in the batting box. And takes a shot out to right field. Right in between first and second, and right over the right-hand field. Right fielder. Bring a runner in. 2 runners in for a double. 2 outs. Score is 2-0. San Antonio Marucci 16U. Runner on second with 2 outs. Batter in the batting box. And pitcher delivers high and outside for ball 1. And ground out to the third base. Third base goes in fourth. And we have now 3 outs. Close out top of the first with 2 runs scored for San Antonio Marucci 16U program. South Texas Angels 16U program comes in favor to win as they closed out full plate 2-0 yesterday and won their first game of the NCS tournament earlier today. Comes in highly favored, but San Antonio Marucci 16U is going to put a stop to that if they have anything to say about it. We got leadoff batter, Jaren Valadez, incoming freshman for the Del Rio Rams baseball program.
That's just all he know, he don't know nothing else. I tried to show him.
Son of Chrissy and Jacob Valadez, 2 former Del Rio athletes out of Del Rio, Texas. Jaren's had a pretty impressive season this year, starting shortstop for the 16U program, but also called up to the 18U program for the Angels. And so he's had an impressive fall season, looking to close it out even stronger today. Jaren, a right-handed batter, number 11, comes to the batting box. And nobody on today. Beginning of the bottom of the first. And he takes his first ball, low and outside. And it takes a ground ball straight up second base. Second base misses the ground ball and goes out to center field for a single. Angel up to bat, left-handed batter. takes a ball 1. And catcher misses the pitch, and first baseman advances to second.
All the zombies are following you. Make all the zombies follow you.
A 2-1 count.
And I can't even get you.
Takes a 3-1. Peter, number 10 at the bat. Left-handed batter. 3-1 count with a runner on second base. And takes ball 4 for a walk. The SAMarrucci 16U program. Catcher takes a timeout to come up and talk to his pitcher. And right-handed batter up for the Angels. Pitcher and windup. Takes a strike down the middle. And pitcher tries to pick off second base in a failed attempt. Back on the mound. And in the windup. Batter takes a foul. Brings our count to 0-2. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the first with no outs. San Antonio SAMarrucci leading 2-0. Pitcher and windup. Looks back at second base and delivers. High fastball for a 1-2 count. And delivers for an outside fastball. Brings our count 2-2. And pitcher delivers off home plate, bounces onto the catcher's glove. No runners advance. Brings our count to 3-2, full count. And takes a ball inside for ball 4. And bases are loaded. With Alejandro coming up, Alex is out of Laredo Nixon in Laredo, Texas, Laredo Nixon High School, where he will be a freshman this coming year for the 2026. I make the travel daily to come up to San Antonio and play, or weekly, should I say. We're broadcasting live out of the B-Boys podcast on Facebook. If you're watching us on Facebook, do us a favor and like and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching us through YouTube, please like and subscribe our YouTube page. You'll find that under Libriones. We're out here live on a Sunday at the season-ending NCS tournament in San Antonio McAllister Baseball Park. And Marucci 16U finishes up their partial timeout, and catcher makes his way back to home plate. Bases are loaded today. We're bottom of the second, or bottom of the first rather. No outs, and Alejandro's up to bat. Pitcher in the windup, and he takes a low and away fastball. Batter steps back in the box. Pitcher receives a sign, and in the windup. Takes a strike, low strike, for a count of 1-1. Bat, native of Del Rio, Texas, incoming sophomore to the Del Rio Rams baseball program, son of Bobby takes a low strike. And takes a high fastball for a 1-1 count. Steps out of the batter's box and steps back in. Pitcher receives sign from catcher and in motion. Outside fastball. Runners on first and second, with San Antonio Marucci leading 2-1. Steps back into the batter's box. Takes a shot, right past first base. And outfield misses it. And we got 1 run scored. Second run scored. And that turns into a triple for Brandon. So it brings our score to 3-2. San Antonio Angels here on the bottom of the first, with Isiel de la Paz, left-handed batter for Texas Angels. And San Antonio Marucci takes a small pause and reconvenes in the pitcher's mound to give their pitcher a little bit of motivation, and catcher makes his way back behind home plate. Runner on third base. For a high fastball. And back in the batter's box. Takes a nice cut out of it for a foul ball. Brings their count to 1-1. Here at this beautiful afternoon in McAllister Park. Sun's going down behind our back. The weather's just absolutely beautiful. Pitcher in windup. And takes a strike right outside the plate. Got a 1-2 count. Pitcher discusses signs with catcher, and he goes into the windup for a high fastball. Isiel up in the batter's box, and he takes a strike for strike 3. For 2 outs for the Texas Angels. And Angel comes up to the bat, right-handed batter for the Angels. Pitcher in motion. Takes a ball outside.
I'm gonna get 2 hot dogs and sausage truck.
Batter back into the batter's box. Runner on third base for Texas Angels, 16U program. Pitcher in motion for inside strike. It brings her count to 1-1. Takes an outside ball. SAMarrucci advancing the second round of the NCS program end of the year tournament. And inside ball brings the count to 3-1. Advancing to the second round, they're defeating 2 teams to get here. And they're coming with all they got against San Antonio Angels 16U program. And Angel takes his third ball. Runners on first and third for Texas Angels. 16U out of Eagles. Pitcher shakes off sign, looks back at first base, and umpire calls a timeout. Umpire resumes game. Pitcher in the windup for a low ball 1. Right-handed batter Luke. A runner on first and third. As runners take their lead, pitcher bounces off the mound as he looks back at first base. No attempt was made. And he looks back again. And batter takes a low strike right on the outside corner. Good pitch. Now 2 outs. 1-on-1 count. And pitcher attempts to throw to third base. Umpire calls a timeout. Batter steps out of the batter's box. Batter comes back in. On count of 1-1. On. Pitcher delivers. Inside strike. For 1-2 count. Pitcher delivers, runner steals second. So advances. So now we've got runners on second and third and a 2-2 count. The batter back in the batter's box. Count of 2-2. And takes a low ball. Gets past the catcher, and third base advances to home, bringing our score to 4-2 with runner on third base now. And a full count for Luke at the plate. Full count, runner on third base. And outside. Luke advances. And Emilio steps up. for the Angels. Runners on first and third. Emilio, right-handed batter with the Texas Angels program. And pitcher attempts first base, not successful. Ball's overthrown, back to the pitcher, and runner steals from first to second. We got runners on second and third. Score of 4-2 with the Angels leading. Bottom of the first. Emilio steps in. And pitch delivered for an inside ball. Pitch outside. Gets past the catcher, and third base runner makes it in for a score, and second base advances to third and brings our count to 2-0 for Emilio. Now, outside fastballs seem to be the pitcher's forte. Just a bit outside, and catcher couldn't make the catch. Emilio back in the batter's box. 2-0. And another outside, and it passes the catcher, and third base advances again, brings our score to 6-0. I got 3-0 count on Emilio as catcher and pitcher exchange words before he gets back to the mound for the 16U San Antonio Marucci program. No runners on. And we got a 3-0 count for Emilio. Right-handed batter for Texas Angels. Coaching staff takes a high ball inside for a walk, and he gets on base. And San Antonio Marucci takes a timeout as coaching staff from Marucci comes out to visit with their pitcher and infielders. Score 2-6, and San Antonio Marucci makes a move and pulls pitcher, replaces the pitcher at the bottom of the first. Round of applause for him as he comes off the field. And we get ready to warm up another pitcher for San Antonio Marucci. We're live, second game NCS into the season tournament. San Antonio, Texas, where the teams have begun to wind down. The lights have been turned on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what baseball on a Sunday is all about. If you're watching us right now, you're probably watching us on Facebook for the B-Boys podcast, or you're watching us under YouTube. In any case, we ask that you like and share the page. We're live streaming the 16U Luis Ramon South Texas Angels baseball program under the direction of Coach De La Garza out of Eagle Pass, Texas, where they are now beginning to start the tryouts for their spring season. So if you are interested for your baseball player, we ask that you contact them on their Facebook and set up your tryout for their spring season. San Antonio Marucci trailing in this ball game 2-6 at the bottom of the first, and we are 43 minutes into official playtime. We got Carlos on the cleanup for Texas Angels. Or one more round to the championship games. And umpires take their positions as we begin to get ready to resume play. We got runner on first, and Alex in the batting box, pitcher on pitcher's mound. And he takes one inside. Umpire says he was hit by the pitch, so he advances. And we wrap up back to the top of the order with Jaron Valadez coming up to bat. Runner on first and second with 2 outs. And pitcher in motion. And Jaron hit by pitch. So we instantly have bases loaded. Here in the bottom of the first, where the score is 2-6. San Antonio Marucci makes a pitching change and hits the first 2 batters that come up. Low strike for 0-1. Peter, left-handed batter. And pitcher takes a balk as he winds, and batters advance, bringing the score to 2-7. And runners on second and third. Almost a fake out. Went into the windup and pitched, but no ball came out. Umpires immediately called that a balk. And Peter takes an inside low fastball for a 1-1 count. And runners on second and third. 1-1. Pitcher in motion. And takes a low changeup for a strike. And brings our count to 1-2. And Peter takes a swing up to second base for an easy 1 out and brings us to the close of the first inning and a score of 2-7 with the South Texas Angels leading. So to close out the first inning, a lot of play has happened in the first 1 inning. San Antonio Marucci came out swinging, put the 2 runs on the board quick, and South Texas Angels answered with 7 runs in the top of the first. It brings us now to the bottom of the first, rather. It brings us to the top of the second as San Antonio Angels take the field now. And we are starting to get a crowd here as we are into the final games of the NCS end of season tournament. McAllister Park, located right next to San Antonio Airport, International Airport. So if you're looking for your trip to Cancun, Texas, that's where you're going to be getting it, is at San Antonio Airport. And you'll be flying right over McAllister Park. Peter resumes pitch on the mound. As Marucci, 16U, prepares to recover some of those runs that they lost in the bottom of the first. Alex from Laredo Nixon behind home plate catching. And South Texas Angels gather at the mound, show a little support for their pitcher as we begin to play the top of the second.
Where's the other one?
And no outs, top of the second. Batter takes the batter's box. The first pitch comes out. Batter takes a foul for his first strike.
You have 1K.
With a run to second, that's what we've missed. And batter, no run scored. Batter's got strike, second strike. And we take a strike. Inside ball gets past the catcher and runner advances to third. For SAMarrucci 16U. Extra strike for strike three. And that brings us to 3 outs. And we close out the top of the second. The San Antonio SAMarrucci 16U program takes the field as we close out top of the second and begin the bottom of the second. And we get ready to resume play between innings. We had a bit of a power outage here at McAllister Park and lost transmission in between broadcasting. I guess it happens all the time when you're in travel ball. Something's got to come up. Beautiful evening here at McAllister Park in between the top and bottom of the second. And catcher's calling for a final throw in the small warm-up of the bullpen between innings, where he'll be throwing down to second base. And we get ready to begin play. And the batter for Texas Angels takes his first ball. And pitcher and windup. And pops straight up to center field as the center fielder calls for it, but the right field comes in and calls in for him. Gives them their first out. And Alex up to bat, number 9 for the Texas Angels, a right-handed batter. and steps into the batting box. Takes a inside fastball for ball one. And inside fastball on ball two. And pitcher in motion. Same spot, inside. 3-0. And takes his first strike for a 3-1 count. Just outside. At 1 out, 3-1 count. And takes a shot straight to center. And it's right between center and right field. And advances. Turns that into a nice little double. And the Angels making a change for pitch running. Bringing in Leroy Briones, number 2, to pitch run for Alex. Got 1 out. Runner on second. And Brandon Dominguez up to bat. Takes a wide outside fastball for ball one.
Come on, buddy, everything. Come on now.
And Brandon getting some words of encouragement from his dad. And takes an inside strike for a 1-1 count. Pitcher in motion. And nice swing for a foul ball. Got a pitching count of 1-2. Runner on second takes his lead. Pitcher looks back and takes a wide outside fastball for a 2-2 count. On the bottom of the second, South Texas Angels leading 7-2 against San Antonio Marucci 16U program. Pitcher in motion. And a shot right up the middle. It's on the ground the whole way. And runner advances third base. Tries to make an attempt to get to first base, just couldn't do it. So puts us a runner on first and third. And this left-handed batter for the Angels comes up. 1 out. Pitcher in motion. And throws a one outside, and third base attempts to run. And did get him. Did get him at home. Coach coming up to challenge the call. But it does look like that it's going to be upheld. He's out at home plate. brings our out from 1 to 2 outs with a runner on second, and did advance from first to second. And takes an inside ball. Brings our count to 2-0. Coach Luis Ramon on the third base line for San Antonio, South Texas Angels. And a strike right down the middle. And he's at Texas first strike. A powerful swing. Pitching count 2-1 in bottom of the second with 2 outs. And takes an inside fastball as runner advances to third base.
Contact. Contact right here. Let's go. No, who's that? Wait, open now.
And swing for a foul ball. Brings us to a full count, 3-2. Ciel takes the batter's box, and pitcher gets his sign from catcher. And in motion. Takes the ball outside. And batter takes his base. Runners in first and third, bottom of the second. Texas Angels bring their batter out, right-handed batter, right at the middle of the lineup. And gets a shot right at third base. Third baseman fields it, throws it to first, and gets the third out right at first base. Scored 2-7, top of the third. San Antonio, South Texas Angels leading. And Peter comes out to take his mound along with his catcher as San Antonio Angels get ready to take the field. Music has been great all weekend long out here. Most of the teams out here always have a good opportunity to play some music for these kids, and these kids love it. I'll tell you what, they're out in the field dancing and enjoying it, and that's what truly baseball is all about. San Antonio, South Texas Angels take the field. And Peter resumes the mound. And this wonderful evening, as the sun's going down, it's starting to get a little cool out here. As the final teams remain for this playoff and NCS end of the season tournament. Round 2, where the Angels face San Antonio Marucci. And Peter taking a small bullpen in between innings as the umpires gear up to start the inning. And catcher throws downfield to second base for final throw. Angels convene on the mound in show of support for their pitcher, Peter. And we resume play at the top of the third. Batter approaches batter's box, gets in the batter's box, pitcher in motion, and takes a high outside ball. Pitcher in motion, foul ball. Brings our count to 1-1. Pitcher in motion for an ugly changeup. Dropped almost down to hit the plate. And the count 2-1. Outside. Just a bit outside. Brings our count to 3-1. And batter steps out of the batter's box. Batter gets right back in batter's box. Pitcher in motion. And he takes a walk for an outside throw. And top of the third. No outs. Runner on first. Right-handed batter for SAMarrucci. 16U program out of San Antonio. Pitcher in batter's box. Takes a strike. Batter in batter's box is what I meant to say. And pitcher in motion. And attempts to throw out a pickoff on first. No success. Pitcher in motion. And a shot right down the middle. And center field comes up with the catch. And runner does not advance. Gives us one out. Pitcher in motion. Takes an inside ball. Runner on first. Pitcher in motion for strike one. Right-handed batter for 16U SAMarrucci in this second game of NCS tournament play, single elimination tournament. Takes the ball inside low. Brings their count to 1-2 with one out at the top of the third. And pitcher attempts to pick out, and runner caught in the middle of a pickle and thrown out at second base. So brings our outs to 2 with a 1-2 count. Pitcher in motion and throws an ugly changeup. And we close out the top of the third. San Antonio Marucci taking the field.
There are some things you can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling.
We are roughly about 1 hour and 20 minutes into official regulation time of play. And San Antonio Marucci trailing in this game 2-7 at the bottom of the third. They were the first to score 2 runs at the top of the first. They struck first blood, and the Angels quickly at the bottom of the first scored 7 runs, and Marucci has been fighting ever since to get back at the top of the leaderboard, making a pitching change in the second inning and being on their second pitcher of the evening. Yeah. And pitcher takes his final pitch in the small bullpen in between innings. Catcher makes his throw down to second, and we begin the inning. The bottom of the third. Batter approaches. And we get the resume ball play from the umpire. Pitcher in motion. And takes a low fastball for ball 1. Pitcher in motion. And high fastball gets through the catcher and hits the fence. Gives us a 2-0 count. And batter takes his first strike. Pitcher in motion. And high fastball. Gives us a count of 3-1. Bottom of the third. South Texas Angels leading 7-2 against San Antonio Marucci 16U program. And batter takes a strike, thinking it was a ball as he tried to advance without the umpire's position. Without his permission, should I say. He gets back in for a full count in the batter's box and pitcher in motion. And takes a high ball as he advances to first base. And Emilio comes out, right-handed batter for Texas Angels. Pitcher in motion, throws a little bit outside, and the catcher wasn't able to make the catch, so runner advances from first to second, and batter takes his first ball. Batter gets back into the batter's box. Pitcher takes a sign from catcher, and pitcher in motion. It's an outside ball. Brings our count to 2 and 0. Batter in motion. Takes a ball, and the catcher just couldn't keep hold of it. Went through him and runner advances from second to third. And outside. Four, 3-1 count. And runner takes ball 4 and advances to first base. The runner on first and third. Pitcher in motion. And shot at first base. It goes right above his head. And runner comes in to score for the Angels. And runner advances from first to second. Runner first and second. Pitcher in motion. And Jaron with a quick bat for a foul ball. See? And he takes a strike. 1, 2. 0-2 count. And Jaron steps back in the box. Pitcher receives a sign from catcher. And in motion. A low fastball. Outside corner. For a 1-2 count. And a shot down center. And it falls right before the center fielder for a single. And just enough to make bases loaded for the Angels here this evening. 2 outs. And our pitcher comes up. Peter, left-handed batter. Outrunner first, second, and third. 2 outs to go. And takes a high fastball for ball 1. Coach Luis Ramon from third base says we need a high base hit here. And takes a swing on a low and inside strike. Brings our count to 1-1. And pitcher in motion. That's a high fastball. Batter back in the batter's box. Pitcher receives signal from catcher. And low outside for a 3-1 count. Outside takes ball 4, and the runners advance as it becomes 9-2 San Antonio Angels, and the coaching staff for Marucci wants to have a talk with his players. Take the timeout. And they make a pitching change for San Antonio Marucci. So they will begin a bullpen as they warm up. This is the NCS end of the season tournament, single elimination. Yesterday was full day of pool play, and today is the end of the season single elimination tournament, where the Angels came in favored as they won 2 games of the pool play yesterday. So came in undefeated and did win earlier competition. So they've advanced to the second division of this tournament. I'll tell you, the stadium was full of different teams when we came in, and now as we've ending the tournament, we're down to 2-3 teams left in the park, and so we're definitely advancing to the very end of the season NCS championship. And we got some good music been playing out in the stadium, and we're ready to continue playing as we warm up a new pitcher for San Antonio Marucci. And we're getting close to starting as pitcher is working on his final balls, his final pitches rather. Throws a final throw, and umpire is signaling to get started with the game. So we'll be resuming here shortly. Runners on base, first, second, and third. 2 outs. And we resume play. Pitcher in motion. Batter takes his first strike. Bases loaded here at the bottom of the third. Pitcher in motion. And there's a shot to left field. The left fielder tries to grab it. Misses it, and runner comes in as we score 3 runs on a double that should have been a single. For a score of 2-12 for the Texas Angels. And the Angels make a change for running and substitute a runner. And Alex up to bat, right-handed batter for the Angels. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Pitcher in motion. Takes a low and outside ball. Pitcher in motion for a outside fastball for strike 1. Brings a count of 1-1. Pitcher in motion, batter in the batter's box.
Yeah, that one.
And drops on. Hits the home plate as catcher makes a stop, but runner does advance to third base. And gives us a count of 2-1. And pitcher gets a sign from catcher. And in motion. Outside, fastball for strike 2. 2-2 count. And takes a shot out to left field. And runners advance as that becomes a double, and second baseman slid to second, being hollered at to get back up, and made it to second and third, with runners in second and third. Brings up Hazel, left-handed batter. And takes a strike right down the middle. Bottom of the third. Pitcher gets his sign and in motion. Drops in front of the catcher for ball one. Makes our count 1-1. And batter in the batter's box. Pitcher in motion. And outside for a ball. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. SCL up to bat for the Angels. And pitch low. As he gets a cut for it, gives him a 2-2 count now. Takes a cut on that low fastball, but misses. And 2-2 count with runners on second and third. Pitcher in motion. And pitch hits home plate and bounces up the catcher for a full count. Pitcher in motion, inside ball, and bases loaded as he advances to first base. Bottom of the third here at McAllister Ballpark at the final end of the season NCS tournament, and Angels leading 12-2. And batter takes the strike. As the lights have come on here at the stadium. Pitcher gets signed from catcher and in motion. And popped up. First base calls it, and that'll close out bottom of the third inning for us. Well, I was wrong. That was 1 out. And now we have 2 outs with Luke up to bat. Still the bottom of the third. And he takes his first strike. Bases loaded here at the bottom of the third. Well, we're about 1 hour and 40 minutes into regulation time. And pitcher makes an attempt at a changeup, but hits the home plate right before the catcher. Brings her count to 1-1. Takes a inside strike. A 1-2 count. Pitcher in motion. And takes a high ball for a 2-2 count. And takes an inside hop for a ball 1. Ball 3, excuse me. Pitcher in motion and fouls off. Pitcher in motion and high foul ball off the first base line. 2 fouls in a row. Batter back in the batter's box. Pitcher in motion, delivers a strike. And Emilio, number 5, up to bat for the Angels. Bases loaded. And pitcher in motion. Takes an inside fastball for ball 1. Batter back in the batter's box. And takes a strike and swing. Gives us a 1-1 count. Or a swing strike, should I say. Batter in batter's box. And gets a high fastball. Bases loaded here, bottom of the 3rd. Pitcher takes a stride and delivers a low outside ball. Brings our count to 3-1. And swings for strike 2, bringing our count to 3-2, full count. And batter steps inside the batter's box. Pitcher takes a stride and for a low fastball, counted as a ball. And we have a ball game. Score today, this evening, 13-2 against San Antonio Marucci as South Texas Angels advance to the championship game. And get ready to face the final round, championship round of the NCS tournament. Final score, 13